entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Hi guys, I'm Gravity here, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video, I'm finally back. Haven't been around for the last couple of days, and it feels as though like I've been gone for like weeks. I don't know why I was looking. There's nothing there. I don't know why I feel like I've been gone for weeks, but it feels like that. But I'm finally back. So, here we go. There's a topic that I kind of wanted to get into in terms of like, I don't even know how to describe it. I think it's mainly like, the way I could describe it is like gear finances. So before we get into it, as a mid-game player, like I've been playing this game for over 9 months because I know I've already got Visix the Unbowed. But I've had this game for like 9 months, and so I've gotten some of the economics of it down, I believe, in terms of certain things and how to handle certain things, even though it's kind of hard to balance the economics of the game versus each individual champion and what your needs are. And so there's one concept that I'm now comfortable in, like, I don't know if I say give advice on, but just saying how my approach is. And if your approach is completely different, or if you completely disagree, please put it in the comment section below. But this is how I'm going to approach gear from this day forward as a mid-game player. And I think it would be very, very different if I were to start a free-to-play account again right now, or if I would even start a paid account again now, or if I were even to start a, if I was in-game. I think the approaches would be a bit different, but the same principle would travel through. So as a mid-game low spender, very low, as in 0 low, or almost 0. This is what I have, like the conclusions that I've come to. But before we get into that, I drop Raid Shadow Legends videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. So, I have Elder Skarg here. Now, the reason I have him is, it's a few things. One, I just got him, like, I want to say last week, 2 weeks ago. No, like last week, about a week ago. And I'm not sure how good he actually is. I've read through his kit, and a lot of what his kit sounds like is it sounds like a guy who is going to deal damage, but looking at his multipliers, he does not deal damage. And looking at his kit, he deals a lot of debuffs. So the way I've been treating him is I'm going to treat him like a debuffer as opposed to a damage dealer. So with this, I'll go through his kit real quick, and then I'm going to explain how the gear financing I think works. So anyway, attacks one enemy on his A1, Tide of Steel, places a 30% increased speed on this champion for 2 turns. If this attack is critical, which is why I want to build him with a lot of crit rate, places a 30% increased crit rate on this champion. If this attack is not critical, I think right now I have, how much crit rate do I have on him right now? Like 82, right. So more often than not, but if it doesn't, then I get the increased crit rate. Then you have Hunt the Marked. Now, attacks one enemy 3 times, places an extra hit on each, for each debuff on the target, can place up to 3 extra hits, places a HP burn for 2 turns, and a True Fear for 1 turn on all enemies. If this attack places all 3 extra hits, steals all the buffs from the target after the attack. I really love this ability. I checked the multipliers on it. I think it's like 3 or 2, so it's not a lot. It's not hitting hard, but I do like what it does, especially the steals all buffs things. I really, really love that. But this is also part of the reason why, when it comes to building him, I built him with a lot of accuracy. But before we get into all that, he's going to have his own separate review, but I'm trying to give you an idea of the character before I actually tell you what I did with the gear. Places a 60% increased defense buff on this champion for 3 turns, places a fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn, places True Fear for 1 turn on the target under block damage buffs, places a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns on targets under shield. These debuffs cannot be resisted. Also places a provoke debuff on legendary champions for 1 turn. It makes me wonder, because they put these debuffs cannot be resisted. I think it's the other ones that can't be resisted, and the provoke can be resisted. And then the passive is he receives 15% less damage from legendary champions, inflicts damage equal to this champion's attack. When attacked by legendary champions, the extra hit cannot be critical. And then he has increase crit rate by 30% in arena battles. So now here is the thing that I've been going through. With gear, it starts to get very, very expensive. In the very beginning of the game, you have a lot of silver, a lot of energy, and so you just kind of toss it all around. It's almost like not like you've won the lottery, but it's like you've won a lot of money that you didn't expect to have. And so then you just start just tossing it around, and all kinds of gear, and you end up wasting a lot of it. For me, if I was recommending anything, if you're first starting out with the game, don't upgrade gear beyond level 4 or 8 because you're only going to get 3 to 4 star pieces. Okay. Now, my next rule is, since I'm mid-game, which means that I've completed all of the dungeons up to level 20. I haven't taken to level 25 yet. I've completed all the keeps. So right now it's about me getting to level 25, but I'm trying to get my speeds and my farming for the dungeons as good as possible. I can finish like the first 3 bosses of Doom Tower hard. That's where I am in the game. Like so middle. So the approach that I've taken, because at this point when I'm just pulling 5 and 6 star gear, it gets expensive upgrading these things, especially if you take them all up to level 16. So what I've started doing is I have to be more snooty. I have to be more picky when it comes to the gear that I'm upgrading. So for example, we're going to go with these gauntlets here. Crit is very important for his kit. Now I was able to find enough crit damage to be satisfied. I got 80%. I'm not going to be able to get 100%. Hopefully I'll get more gear that'll let me do it. But in this case, this piece is a 6 star. Even though it's rare, it's a 6 star piece. It had accuracy on it to begin with and defense. I like putting any defense on my characters as much as possible, even if they're not defensive champions, because it just helps with survivability. So if there's defensive percentage on there, I'm happy with it. You see that this is a perception piece. Perception will give you plus 40 accuracy, but then on top of that, this perception piece has a perception substat. So just by putting this perception piece, 2, but by putting this perception piece on, I'm giving 81% accuracy to my champion here. So this piece is very valuable to me. So I'm going to take it up to 16. I'm not going to take it up beyond 12 if it was a 5 star. Just that simple. I've stopped taking 5 star pieces up to level 16. I'm only going to take 6 stars. And here's the thing. Going down to, let's see here, these boots here, their speed, they have 3 star accuracy on them. They have crit rate on them. I'm not going to take these boots to level 16. I'm going to keep them at level 12. And I would be doing this even if all of this gear on here was 5 star. Because it gets so expensive trying to upgrade all of this gear. You burn through so much silver. And upgrading a 5 star piece to level 16 when I'm already at level 20 dungeons and not getting 6 stars all the time, but I'm fairly often getting 6 star pieces. I need to save that money for when I get a good 6 star piece like this so I can take that up to level 16. Now, by the same token, it also depends to me on what is on this. So for example, the only flaw in this piece, the only 2 flaws that I see, I have flat HP and I have, and it's 5 star. If this was a 6 star piece, I would be, even with the flat HP that I don't like, I would be far, far, far more likely to take this to level 16. Now we come down here to a legendary piece. As a 6 star legendary piece, I'm not taking this piece to level 16. It's a 6 star piece, it's a legendary piece, but thank you for being a legendary piece because it shows me that it has 3 crappy substats for me. I do not like flat stats. I want percentage. On this legendary piece, we have flat attack, flat HP, flat defense. The only good substat on there for me and my purposes, resistance. And even for this character, even for this champion, I would much rather have that resistance be accuracy. You know what I mean? So like, even though it's 6 star, don't get caught up in seeing the word legendary and thinking that you have to upgrade it because it's legendary. No, you don't. You don't have to. Even though it's 6 star, even though it's a legendary, it's not giving me enough of what I want. Now, if that attack was a percentage, and that HP was a percentage, and that defense was a percentage, I would take it up to level 16. But because all of those are flat stats, I'm not going to take it up beyond what it is right now. You have here accuracy. I love this accuracy piece. It has attack percentage. He is he's a attack based champion. HP percentage. I love that. If this is accuracy, which is exactly what I need and what I want. If this was a 6-star piece, then this is the kind of piece I would take up to level 16. But since it is only 5, I am going to hope to God, as I'm farming Spider's Den, I'm comfortable with farming Spider's Den now. Finally, it only took 9.5 months. I'm comfortable farming Spider's Den level 20. So I'm not going to upgrade this piece beyond level 12. Right now, my next few goals are to just farm Spider's Den as much as possible, get as many accessories, 6-star accessories as I can, sell the 5-star accessories because they bring you a lot of silver, a whole lot of silver. So I would rather sell those as opposed to keep them. Now, and then I'm hoping, because I haven't checked this part, so I apologize if I don't come through with it. But so okay, I'll take the HP piece. This HP piece, I would take this 6-star. There is the HP, the 1 flat attack, but the first thing I think of, and granted, he is not a barbarian, he is Knights Revenant, I believe. Miscreated Monster. Let's take him for example. Miscreated Monster. Now, granted, I would probably put accuracy on his banner, but for the sake of this argument, I built my Miscreated Monster with a lot of HP. So this piece, I would be tempted to take up to level 16 because on this piece, I have HP percentage and HP. On top of it, I have speed. Speed is awesome because he generates shields, and I just put my Miscreated Monster in some speed boots, and that has made a massive difference in me getting through Spider's Den more consistently in 2 or 3 minutes, as opposed to taking forever to do it and not doing it consistently. So that piece, I would be tempted, even though there's one substat that I'm not a fan of, I would be more tempted to take that up to 16 than I will ever be with this piece that has this piece here, this amulet here, that has 3 substats that I do not like. So I guess the main moral of the story is, you see this 16, this is before I came up with these rules for myself, where I had a 16 and I have some other level 16s that are just floating around, and this is why I came to this conclusion. This is why Elder Scarg is the perfect example for this. I took this piece up to level 16 accuracy, then immediately came upon another 6-star accuracy chest plate. And I wish to God I could remember who it was. I think it was Madame Sarah's. And immediately forged another 6-star accuracy piece chest plate with great substats. And so now this piece just got tossed to the side. That was a lot of silver that I spent on upgrading this piece to level 16, and it gets tossed damn near immediately because I was able to forge another 6-star piece. So I really wish that I had only taken this piece up to level 12, and then I would have kept forging, and finding hopefully an accuracy piece, that 6-star, that 6-star that I could have put on Elder Scarg. So I hope that made sense. I really do. But that is my approach now, is that, and this is what I would recommend, a lot more scrutiny when it comes to the pieces you're going to upgrade. If you're in the beginning, I know it's like you have a lot of energy and a lot of silver, take it up to level 8, and then as you progress, as you get that 5-star piece, take that up to level 12. If it's a good piece with good substats. And then as you get to your level 6, as you get to your 6-star pieces, take that up to level 16. That is the approach that I'm going to take. If I restarted my account, that would be the approach I would take now. And as I get higher and higher up in the game, as further and further in the game, I'm going to get more and more snooty, more and more high acidity. Like, I'm not going to take certain pieces beyond level 16 or beyond level 12 because it's just way too expensive, and the juice isn't worth the squeeze. So, in any case, that is how I'm handling gear finances, gear economy, however you want to put it. Hopefully you found that helpful. Thank you guys for watching all the way through. I'll see you next time.